Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Escondido, California. Hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling day. Sorry I am a few minutes late. I kind of fell asleep, even though my phone was going off and reminding me. Um, so today has been a very busy day. I was supposed to take Sparkles in this morning, drop Zephy off at the dog sitters, and then I was supposed to take Sparkles in to the service center to get all of the pre-trip oil change, checking of fluids, tire pressure, all of that stuff done. And as soon as I got back from dropping Zephy off, I'm busy and I'm like getting stuff organized. I'm packing stuff away so that, batten down the hatches so that nothing goes flying when I'm driving and all of that. And I suddenly looked around and I went, there is just way too much stuff to do. So I called up the service station. I wasn't supposed to be there till like 9 o'clock anyway, and I was not going to make it. And so I called them up and I said, look, my travel plans have changed. Is it okay if I bring the RV in on Monday and get that done? And they're like, absolutely not a problem. Thank you so much for calling and letting us know. And I went, well, it wasn't a problem. They said, you'll be surprised at how many people book in and don't call us. So if you're going to get service done and you can't make it, be polite and call, let them know, because they're there and they're expecting you to show up and you don't show up. I mean, and if they've got these workers and they're ready to work and they've got no work to do, so show up, or at least call and say you're not going to. So I was glad I called. So I figured, Zephy's done for the day, so is taken care of for the day. I don't have to worry about crating her up. So I got stuck in and did some cleaning today. I I had some new sheets. I had a couple of sets of new sheets. I had so I stripped all the bedding off the bed. I grabbed a comforter I had to have washed as well that wasn't on my bed, but I've got an older comforter that needed a wash. Just grabbed all the towels that needed to be washed. I basically stripped the RV of linens, bed linens, clothing, took it all down to the laundromat, and it's the first time I have been to a laundromat since Brad passed. The last time I was in a laundromat, and I'm not counting the laundry facilities at a campground. This is actually going into a laundromat. So I haven't been to one since we were living in Rancho Bernardo, which was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Yes, it's been about 5 or 6 years since I've been in a laundromat, and I kind of had Brad there with me, and but I found one to go to. I went there. It was as far as laundromats go, this was a very nice one. They had washing machines that would do one load, two loads, up to one load, up to two loads, up to three loads, up to five loads, up to 8 loads. So they had different size washing machines, which was awesome because all the towels got thrown into one, all the comforters got thrown into another one, and all the sheets got thrown into another one. Actually, no, sorry, there was two of the up to 8s that I used. I split them between the two. And then on my clothing side, I had two other machines because I have the delicates and then I have the not so delicate. And so just threw everything in. So between the 4 machines, and you got a little card that you got to charge up. I was quite proud of myself. I did something new today. I went in. Well, doing laundry is not new, but going to a laundromat by myself, that was new. So I got in there, got that done, then got dried, and the dryers take up to 6 loads. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, though, it's a penny a minute. And I'm like, oh, well. No, sorry, Wednesdays and Thursdays, because it wasn't today. No, because it cost me 48 cents for 9 minutes. Yeah, so I wasn't on a penny day because today is Tuesday. Yeah, so it's Wednesday, Thursdays. It's a penny it's a penny a minute. But the cool part is that you put $20 on the card and they give you 22. So they give you 10% thing. So it was kind of interesting going in there and doing that. There wasn't a lot of people in there. There were kids in there. They were playing and having fun, and it was awesome. And the mothers were going berserk because their kids were running around and playing. And I can understand the running around bit, but the fact that the kids were playing nicely with each other and stuff was awesome. It was great to hear kids' laughter and all that sort of thing. So it's been a while since, like 5 or 6 years. But so I think I was there just under 3 hours, got everything done, dried, folded, back into Animal, came via the RV to drop everything off, got all that stuff dropped off, didn't put it away, I just dropped it off, and then it was back in the car, and I had to go to Home Depot because when Walter was here the other day to wash sparkles, God, I don't even know what day I'm on half the time. Yeah, when he was here to wash sparkles, he was going to replace the seal around the skylight over the shower that leaks, and it requires a sealant tape, and I didn't have any sealant tape. I only had the caulking stuff, and it's a self-leveling sealant stuff that goes in one of those little gun things that you. And so I went off to Home Depot and picked up that. So they'll be there for them, and gave him a call and saying, look, I've got these two here. Which one do I get? And he told me which one to get. And then he says, oh, well, I'm almost finished here, so I can go to the RV and I can start stripping off the tape around there and getting it ready. And I said, well, I'll be back there in probably about 30 minutes or so, because I had to go to Camping World, which was across the way, because Camping World, I originally wanted to get, the chairs I wanted to get were the zero gravity chairs. They're the ones that, but they're fixed width, so they don't crunch down. And the problem with the fixed width is that they're too wide to go into my lockers underneath the RV. Because I just have lockers on the side, and they were too wide to fit in there. I was like, dang. So I went to Camping World because I had some chairs there that were there on sale. And I knew they were on sale because I'd looked at other sources to see what the pricing was, and Camping World had them the cheapest. So I went in there, and yes, they still had them on sale. And they only had the brown ones displayed. And I said, well, I want the blue ones, because the blue ones have sort of a, they're navy blue, and they had almost like a gold piping around the edge, which goes beautifully with the outside of the RV because I've got the blue and the gold stripes on there. So I figured that'll be really cool. So they happen to have blue chairs. So I got the two blue chairs and a footstool to go with it. And so got back and Walter was up on the roof, so tossed him up the tape, then passed him up the sealant stuff, and he got it all done, sealed, and everything else. So next rain should not have a leaky skylight. Fingers crossed. But I don't know when the next rain's coming along. But I have spare tape now, and I have the sealant as well, so that'll just go into my toolbox, and it'll be good for if I have to do anything else. So it was good to get that done. Then and while he was up there doing that, I'm down here, and I swept out the swept the site, because there was all these leaves that had come down yesterday when he was doing the water blasting. So got the all the patio area out here all swept off with all the leaves and everything. Got the chairs set up with the footstool set up. Came inside, swept the floors, washed the floors, vacuumed the floors. Got the dusting done. Got the bathroom cleaned. I think I forgot the shower. Oh, I didn't do the shower because I had Zephy's stuff. Because Zephy's got one of these net. It's called what's it called? A Nita feeder. And it's a plastic stand that's got another plastic piece that goes on that's got a barrier around the top with just an opening for her to get in there and get the bowls. And I have to tell you about her new trick too, that she figured out all by herself. So I have that. I set that in the showers along with her container that holds her food. So when I'm traveling, that's where they sit. So it's easy access to pull them out for her when we stop and be able to for her to eat and drink while we're on the road. So Zephy and I put her bedding out, put the dog's bed outside so it could get sunshine and all that sort of stuff on it as well, and just had all the windows open. It was like 73 degrees here today, so it was like a heat wave. Had all the windows open, had the expeller fans going. So we're creating this beautiful airing piece through here. Got the bed made up with some fresh sheets and everything. So I had a really good day of just cleaning in Sparkles. It was awesome. And of course, most of the stuff was away ready for travel anyway, so it made it a little easier. I still have the clothing side of the laundry to put away. It's sitting on top of my dresser in there. But everything else is all put away, the sheets, the towels, all that sort of stuff. Then I was on Facebook, and one of my crazy deals, there's a couple of crazy deals there for Alaska that people were commenting on, but I've also been getting a lot of private messages about people wanting to go to Alaska, and they're all kind of wanting to go around the same time. So then I thought that maybe if we put a group together to go to Alaska, we could go together as a group and have some fun and just get a whole bunch of friends together and go to Alaska, and do maybe do 3 days up and down, 3 days either before the cruise, then fly into Anchorage, go up to Denali National Park. My mother's text, that's my mum texting me, and I forgot to silence my phone. Sorry. So I figured we'll fly into Anchorage, take the train up to Denali National Park, do all of that thing where you spend a day in the national park and stuff, come back down, go down to Seawood, hop on maybe Radiance of the Seas, one of the Royal Caribbean ships, and then go down to Vancouver, and then we'll fly home from there. So if you are interested in doing that, not sure when we're going to do that, although I have packages and crazy deals for, I think I might have one for September. I know I have one for like June, but September will be a good time frame because then all the schools are back in. So we get really good deals at that point too. So if you're interested in going to Alaska for us doing a group cruise together and all going to Alaska, then let me know and we will get that. And based on the number of, and what I will do is I'll put a package together, put it out there. I'll put it together over sometime this week, next week, because now I'm not leaving till Thursday next week. So I will put a package together, put it out there, see who's interested, and we can take it from there. And maybe we can just get a bunch of us just go cruising in Alaska. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, just thinking what I'm going to do with Zephy. I'll fly from San Diego so I can leave her with because this weekend's going to be busy because I've got my grandson's birthday party on Saturday. I've got Brad's best friend's birthday party on Sunday up in Santa Clarita. So on Saturday, Zephy will go back to the dog sitters for a few hours there while I'm at my grandson's birthday party. And then on Sunday, I'm going to drop her off there, but not pick her up till Monday afternoon, because Sunday I've got to drive up to Santa Clarita and back. And then the next morning I've got to be up early to get Sparkles to the service station. So that's going to be too much picking her up, then dropping her off. So I just said to them, I said, can she stay the night? So Sunday will be my first night away from Zephy for the entire evening. And I can't bring Zephy on a cruise ship because she's not a service dog. But do you want to hear what my smart little dog did all by herself today? It was hilarious. I went to pick her up, and Odie and Joan again, and Odie comes out and says, I have to tell you just how smart, you have a very smart dog. Let me tell you what she did. And I said, what did she do? I'm thinking, but they're like sounding really proud of her. And I'm like, okay, what did she do? So in there, they have their dining room area, and then they have the hallway. And they have this probably about 3 foot to 4 foot high fencing that can be turned into a pen for dogs. So put into like a dog pen where you put the dogs in, and they have it stretched out so they can then put it across the hallway. And so Odie had come out of that area, and they can swing it open and all that, and then swing it closed. And she swung it closed and slid it behind the sideboard that they had there. There's a little gap, and so she slid in there, and that kind of kept it locked. And so they go, and then Zephy goes up to this fence thing, turns her head sideways, grabs hold of the wire, and starts pulling it from behind the sideboard. And they just stood there and watched to say, oh, this is going to be interesting. What's she going to do? And she grabbed hold of the wiring and then moved the whole fence thing sideways so she could then get around and go down the hallway. She figured that all out on her own, because I'm like thinking, well, she hasn't learned that one from me because I haven't taught her how to move fences, but she learned through observation. And they said that she would be a very good dog to learn tricks, that she's a very smart dog. And these both ladies have been dog trainers in past lives, and one of them and Odie has worked with elephants before. She had an elephant named Alice that she looked after. She was and she's also done other wild animals as well. So both of them have worked with animals, and then Joan has used to show dogs as well as being a dog trainer too. They both saw the potential of Zephy to be to very quickly and easily learn how to do tricks. And I said, well, before she sat, she learned how to shake and high five before she learned how to sit and down and all that stuff. And they just started laughing. So I'm definitely keeping up with the training with her. At the moment, we've just been working on foundation stuff, but I'm definitely going to start I'd have to go do some YouTubes and that sort of stuff to learn how to teach some of the tricks and things. And some of the campgrounds we go to, I said some of the campgrounds we go to, they have like the obstacle course where they have the tunnels for the dogs to go through. They have the seesaw there. One of them has the little post things where they zigzag in and out between the posts and things for them to jump over and that sort of stuff. And they're like, really? I said, yeah. I said, there's a couple of campgrounds I've been to and that's what their dog park's like. And they're like, cool. And I said, there's a little beam thing for them to walk across. And so they said, definitely get her in there and get training her with that, because they know I'm not going to be anywhere long enough to do any training with her until I get back to San Diego. So yeah, definitely going to keep up the training, start doing some stuff on YouTube to teach new tricks and stuff, and we'll see how that goes. I think we'll go for 1 a week, which is what we did in training. So go for 1 a week. So now for the big question, what day is it? And that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't go and see if anybody responded to that post I put out earlier today. So earlier today, I put out a post that said, what day is it? And I don't know if anybody has responded or not. Somebody's been very insistent on getting hold of me. Let's see if anybody responded to that one. So what day is it? Did anybody... Oh my gosh, nobody answered the question. Okay, so what day is it? Today is National Travel Planning Day. So this is the day when everything gets set aside and you plan your travel. Why should you plan your travel? That is a very good question that you just asked me. So you should plan your travel because, did you know that in 2018, a record 768 million vacation days were wasted. They were not used. 768 million vacation days were wasted in 2018. That was up 9% over 2017. It was like, are you kidding me? And according to this article that I found on CNN, because there's a lot of, you can just go Google, about wasted vacation days, and all these articles come up. It said of those, out of the 768 million that went unused in 2018, and a 9% increase from 2017, of those 236 million were completely forfeited, which comes out to $65.5 billion in lost benefits. That was billion with a B. I am like, you have got to be kidding me. 55% of workers reported that they did not use all their vacation days. So let me give you another, if you think that's a startling statistic. Back in 2013, Forbes wrote an article, because it's one of my favorite articles that I quote often, that in 2012, $344 billion, with a B, dollars was spent in stress-related health care, and most of those could have been avoided had employers encouraged the employees to take vacation. So here is my question to you. This is why today is so important, being National Vacation Planning Day. The reason that it is so important is because when you take a vacation, it's like rebooting your computer. You're clearing the cache, you're restarting, you're coming back fresh. And when you come back fresh to work, it actually improves the bottom line, because now you're more creative, you're not clogged up, your production rates go up when you after you've taken a break, because you've had that reset in the brain. So basically you're giving your brain a reboot. That's what a vacation does. And because you're taking vacations, you're not getting as stressed out enough as if you don't take vacations. So that's relaxation. So therefore, by taking vacations, you have less chance of having a stress-related healthcare issue. So my question to you is, do you want, yes, get planning your vacation time. Use your vacation time. Use it. I don't care if you stay at home for a week and just do day trips everywhere. I don't care if you get on a cruise ship and go somewhere. Although it'd be really cool if you could. Go visit another country. Go visit relatives. Anything that breaks you from that work routine, gets you away from the office for a week, 4 days, 5 days, whatever it takes, 2 weeks. Get out of the office in there, because it's going to come down to the fact, if you don't plan your vacation and take it, and when I say plan, you actually put the dates in your calendar. You pull up your calendar, you pick a date, you put it in there, you get the approval if you need to get approval to take it off. You put, if you're self-employed, get somebody, and you need somebody to cover you. You've got time to figure out who's going to cover you, and then you pick when you take your vacation. Because if you don't take your own vacation, the stress is going to get to you, and you're going to be forced to be part of that $344 billion, which is increasing year over year in stress-related healthcare. So do you want to choose when you take a vacation, or do you want it dictated to you when you take it because now you're stressed out and that you're forced to, and you're now meeting with doctors and everything, and you're having all these tests done and all this sort of stuff. So do you want to plan your vacation and have your own break, or do you want to be forced to take a break? National Planning Vacation Day today. Where do you want to go? Let's get it booked. That's all I've got to say. I'm out of here. Go take a vacation. It's important for your health. It is important for your sanity. It is important for your well-being. Your employer should be encouraging you to take vacations. I know there's actually some employers out there who discourage, and I'm like, and most people, and some people when they're working for a company or something, they think they are indispensable. Trust me, if you got knocked over by a bus tomorrow, they would find somebody to take your place without an issue. So you are not irreplaceable. Take your vacation. That is the end of me. I'm getting off my soapbox. I'm going to go. Oh, my puppy is curled up in the back corner of her crate. She was a little concerned today because it had been outside in the sunshine and been aired. So she was sniffing it. She's been sniffing all around the RV today. But anyway, back to my soapbox. Take your vacation. Either select when you're going to do it or be forced to take it because of your health issues. So do your health a favor, take a vacation. And if your employer won't let you take a vacation, you tell him to get on the phone with me and I will straighten him out or her out. Because employers should be encouraging employees to take vacation because it has a positive impact on the bottom line. Okay? That's me. I'm done. I'm out of here. Catch you guys tomorrow. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Heck on it. There's the end button. Oh, there it is.